And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Flacco will use the arm this time. And that's going to be incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
And that one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Third and long for Joe Flacco. Got his man complete over the middle. That's cross. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he's got some space here. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Roethlisberger keeps it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move as they face a 2nd down here. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll hand it off to Kelly. Space to run past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Rob Kelly with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving. Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion. Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
taken at about the 16. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Easy. Hurry up, let's go. Easy.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's going deep for... They've got his man complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down. Tough it is to run the football, but what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. On 2nd down, Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, the drive starts with Rob Kelly. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
Keep these two.
Roethlisberger will throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. They begin the drive with Williams. Room here to run. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 60 yards on the ground. The ultimate speedster, showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run, because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
A red zone 1st down for Flacco. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game, because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Flacco from the gun. And he's caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On third down, Kelly. And an alley to run. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. A give left side, Kelly. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And he floated one out there incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And the D looking like they may blitz. This is Taliaferro. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Lorenzo Taliaferro in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here we go.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one, because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Taliaferro. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. They'll go again with Kelly. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now it's Taliaferro. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. So 2nd and goal here from the 9. They run with it. It's Kelly. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards. Moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This is where you're probably weighing the score and the clock. 3rd quarter, so maybe it's a little early to start worrying about how much time is left in the game. But if you kick the field goal, you make it a 2-score game. A tough balance and a tough decision for any coach to make.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third. On second down, Flacco to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Play action. Flacco. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play on 3rd for the Ravens. 64 yards. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Flacco. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Cameron Hayward with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
And no run back here. This will be a... Touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A give. This is Kelly. He finds an opening past the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They run with Taliaferro. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Jordan Berry now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 40, the 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, He can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. In motion, James, the tight end. Again, they run with Taliaferro. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. On the run, it's Kelly. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. In motion, James, the tight end. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Lorenzo Taliaferro with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's got room. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Second down following the incompletion. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cross. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. And now out come the Steelers. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And the Steelers on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. This is Kelly. Shrugs him off. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Rob Kelly, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 14. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And, Charles, in this situation, this is where the word miracle comes into play.
Have to score real fast, maybe throw a jump ball in the end zone and hope for the best.
Passing play, Flacco. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 17. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Roethlisberger going to throw it. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Huge article in their local paper this morning saying how the 4 interceptions last week led them to that victory. Here they haven't been able to come up with one, and they're losing. Probably not a coincidence.
I don't think so at all. I think you're spot on, but maybe they put a little extra pressure on themselves because the 4 interceptions last week, victory. Right now, no interceptions in this game. Had a chance for one, missed it, and they're losing. Probably feeling the pressure right now.
Roethlisberger. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 15. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they